Hello everyone, I am Minkle, Marketing Head at MoogleLabs, and it is with great pleasure that we host you today for the webinar Decoding Metaverse and its Business Opportunities with 𝗕𝗲𝗏, Metaverse Engineer at MoogleLabs. To start, I will take a few minutes to talk about our organization and explain the format of today's webinar. Founded by seasoned IT professionals, Mughal Labs specialize as accelerators and developers in future technologies to enable digital transformation. We are established in Canada with our development centers in India and Australia. Our experts have helped several clients globally improve their business operations using AI, ML, DevOps, blockchain, data science, Web 3.0, and Metaverse. If you need services in this, we would be happy to connect with you at an individual level to discuss the work in detail. As for the webinar, firstly, Mr. Shrey will give a presentation on Metaverse and showcase one of the products created by Mughal Labs along with its overall potential. The webinar will take around 30 to 45 minutes. Then all the participants can take some time to ask industry specific questions. Please feel free to add your questions to the chat as they arise. Mr. Shrey will address them at the end. Also, if you can, please keep your screens on to see the presentation as a speaker goes through the various points. Now let's welcome our expert engineer to take over the screen.
Thank you, Minkle, for the introduction. So let us start with the presentation.
Yes.
Okay, so today I'll be covering the following points. Technologies which can be integrated. They are augmented reality and the virtual reality. There's a lot of difference between augmented reality and the virtual reality, which I'll be covering in my next slides. Then we have artificial intelligence. I hope everybody is aware of artificial intelligence. We are using the artificial intelligence in many of the business ideas nowadays. Then we have 3D reconstruction. 3D reconstruction is not a new line in the technology, but it is being used in cinemas, like we are having the projections over the table or everything. So I'll be demonstrating how the 3D reconstruction works in real life. Then we have IoT. IoT can be the devices which we can link with the metaverse, which gives the which enhances the user experience. Like we can have our smartphones linked to our devices at our homes, like air conditions, TVs, and many more. Then I'll be telling you the business ideas which can be integrated with metaverse. After the business ideas, I'll be presenting you the POC which we have made for in metaverse, and I'll be explaining the features involved in it and explaining the working of the project. So as I already told you, technologies which can be integrated or used, they are augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, 3D reconstruction, and IoT. Coming to augmented reality and virtual reality, I'll tell you the basic difference between virtual and augmented reality. Augmented reality and virtual reality are the gateways for metaverse, but there is quite a lot of differences between these two. Augmented reality lets users to get exposed to their surroundings with interactive digital visuals, whereas virtual reality is a kind of programmed virtual environment. Users can access it via headphones or VR powered glasses. Like you can see in the picture above, the guys are wearing the VR glasses, and by just moving their hands with gestures, we can just open a folder, we can buy things, we can sell things. So this is the basic difference between augmented reality and virtual reality. Coming next to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is an emerging technology where many programmers are working on it. It has the power to process bulk volume of data, and Metaverse utilizes AI for non-players. That is some gaming elements which are the part of metaverse gaming. In artificial intelligence, we also have a huge set of data sets which allows us to predict the future. Like we can predict a future like in terms of blockchain. We can have the list of, or we can have a data set of years of uh, previous years of profits, and we can predict the profits the in our futures. Then we have 3D reconstruction. 3D reconstruction is not nearly a new stuff. It is used widely in the real estate industries and film industries. As I told you in the first slide, we are using the 3D reconstruction in film industry. In film industry, we render the objects on the table or floors. They use holography. You can search about it on internet and you will get how holography works. It basically have devices which just by means of light, they render the objects on a specific object. With the help of 3D cameras and photorealistic models, one can render physical objects and locations in the 3D dimensions to metaverse space. As you can see in the picture above, we are rendering the objects just in the air by using holography. Then we have IoT. IoT, in similar terms, it's tech that connects every other thing in real world with the internet. Via one can send and receive messages automatically. IoT also uses machine language to collect data. Like I already told you, we have smartphones and we can link it to any of the devices at our homes. So things like this, like we have the VR glasses, we have gestures, gloves. These are all the kinds of IoT. Now, coming to the business ideas. Now, I'll be telling you what are the business ideas, which few of the business ideas which we can make with Metaverse. So, what is the roadmap to start a Metaverse? So, first of all, we need to research. That is the main motive of any business. Research, dig deep, and pick precisely. If you want to get in a business, you need to dig deep and analyze the market thoroughly. Take a unique business ideology and frame it with a user perspective. That is only a key for a successful business. Here I listed some of the businesses we can start in Metaverse. Nowadays, the younger generations are gravitated to gaming. Like you can see nowadays, most of the children are studying from home, and even the work from home culture is also emerging after the pandemic. So the younger generation are gravitated to the gaming, will find the gaming platform very addictive in the future metaverse world. Building and gaming platforms with immersive gaming experience is one area with immense scope of business in metaverse world. We already have few of the games which are implemented in the PlayStations right now, like PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. We have these things implemented. Then we have metaverse e-commerce. In e-commerce, we have new shopping experience. Just by sitting at our homes, we can visit the malls. We can reconstruct a 3D model of any mall. And by just sitting at our homes, we can get a virtual experience of that, just wearing a VR glasses. By wearing a VR glasses, we can roam here and there in the mall. We can just we can take a look at the things at the mall. We can try them, how it suits us, and depending on that, we can buy and sell the products in metaverse platform. Then we have virtual reality and augmented reality. We can implement virtual reality and augmented reality in e-commerce platform also. Like we can have the gesture of the clothes. We can have how the clothes will look and how it will suit our bodies. Then we have shopping with AI avatars. Just like in the malls, we have employees who tells us about any of the garments or any of the things which we need to buy. So we can train the avatars accordingly, which will describe the product, and the customers can buy it through e-commerce platform using Metaverse. Then we have new virtual clothes creation. Like we can create the clothes of our style. We can have the batches where we want, and by these we can the e-commerce platform can provide us the clothes which we want. Coming next to metaverse banking. So imagine a virtual entering a bank branch and taking the help of customer rep avatars to enter the vault and digitally deposit or take out the money. Imagine being given the option to pay with dollars in your saving accounts or a digital currency issued by the bank, or even through tokens from a digital wallet like Ethereum. All of these far-fetched theories hold the potential to come true at the back of the banking in metaverse. Technologies that are a combination of decentralized and immersive tech stack, while decentralized technologies like NFT, DLT, and Web3 offer a resilient infrastructure and secure exchange approach. Immersive technologies like AR, VR creates an enhanced virtual experience. In order to in order to truly understand the potential of metaverse use cases in banking, it is necessary to look at the evolution of the banks, something that brought them to a stage where industry is now prepared to introduce a new chapter. Like we already know, in the old days, everybody has to go to the banks and to deposit money or withdraw the cash. But nowadays we have ATMs, we have digital transfers, which and in the coming world we can have a metaverse banking also. By metaverse banking, we can also have decentralized and immersive tech stack like involving the blockchain with metaverse. Then we have metaverse teaching. So after the pandemic, nowadays online learning is become mainstream. The education sector is now dominantly focused on integrating immersive technologies into academic curricula to make learning fun and engaging. Here are few metaverse applications in education. So the first one is virtual 3D classrooms. With immerse of online schools and colleagues, students have begun to experience a gap between immersive physical classrooms and virtual ones. Like nowadays, we can see the students are not interacting with their friends and family, and just sitting at their homes. They are getting bored and not able to cope up with their studies. So the metaverse can bridge this gap by creating a 3D virtual classrooms where the students can virtually meet and interact with each other. Students from any geographical location can be a part of this metaverse powered learning setup and do much beyond what a physical classrooms allow. So as you can see, we have the physical classroom over here. The teacher is showing the 3D models of the solar system, which will enhance the students to grab more knowledge. Then we have digital learning. When smart classes were added to the school curricula, they enhanced students' learning with video projection on various subjects. The metaverse aims to make these classrooms a notch smarter by allowing students to fully immerse in such videos, helping them experience all the content more closely. Moreover, it provides a space for them to experiment, fail, and learn from their failures is subject that requires practical experiments. Even physical classes can use such 3D virtual learning to achieve desired learning outcomes. Then we have virtual campus activities. The metaverse allows students to take part in extracurricular activities also, like sports and arts in a virtual setup. Student can undertake various fun activities like engaging in music or mathematical clubs, similar to physical campus activities. They can also walk around their virtual campus right from the comfort of their home. Nowadays, the blockchain is also an emerging technology. Many businesses have started experiencing the development their own property blockchain platforms as a result of advancement of blockchain technologies. One of this group is Metaverse. The objective of Metaverse is to offer a scalable, safe, and simple to use blockchain platform. Additionally, it emphasizes the creation of digital assets and smart contracts. Users can build and release their own distinguished digital asset using the Metaverse digital asset system, which can contain anything valuable like stocks, bonds, or even reward points. On Metaverse blockchains, smart contracts are programs that may be used to automatically control the transfer of digital assets. Because it enables the creation of virtual economy, the different kinds of utility tokens and NFTs, cryptocurrencies can be a great fit for the metaverse. You can access a variety of digital assets using NFTs, including virtual houses and businesses, apparel for your avatars, works of digital art, and virtual goods. Your digital assets will be shielded from copying and hacking thanks to NFT and blockchain. So as we all know, the blockchain is decentralized. So it is uh, giving us a shield from hacking and copying of any of the data. And with the help of Metaverse, we can even enhance the user experience, like creating a virtual environment like this, where the customers can roam here and there and can feel the actual Metaverse experience. Now, coming to the next POC, which we have created, which is named as virtual office. We came into the consideration of virtual office after the pandemic, as all of the companies were working from home. So the features which are created are the proximity chat, text message chat, flexible screen sharing. We can create custom and private rooms, multifunctional rooms, and we have embedded whiteboards. So I'll be explaining each feature separately in the coming times. And after that, I'll be demonstrating the actual product. Proximity chat, distance-based interactive system. So basically, this is the real life specialized algorithm to mimic how sound travels in real world. As you can see, we can have different chairs where the employees can sit, and any of the and when they are away from each other, they cannot see them or listen to them. But as soon as the employees come closer to each other, they will be able to see each other and interact with each other, giving them an experience like they are working from office only, just by sitting at their homes. Then we have the multifunctional rooms. We have the conference room for group meeting or discussion. Proximity chat is turned off for the conference room. Like every employee who is in the conference hall will be able to see each other and talk to each other, like we have in real life. Then we have general office rooms, like we have the sittings of all the employees which are sitting next to each other. The every employee who is sitting next to his colleague will able to hear him. But if we talk about the alternate seat, they will not be able to hear each other and even see each other. Then we have one-on-one meeting room. That is for private meetings. Like a manager has to talk to an employee personally, so he can just call the employee in his cabin and they can interact, just like we do in our real life. Then we have flexible and immediate screen sharing. Many of the platforms share the screen sharing feature, but in this we have added a pair sharing mode. Pair sharing mode is a type where we can add the multiple users can share the screen at the same time. Like if we have a code running and we have to compare it, so we can have multiple screens and we can just look at the code and just check the differences between each other. So whenever a user is sitting on his seat, he just has to press the R key to get into the screen sharing mode. Whenever uh, a person is using the system, on the top of it, it will show the number of users who are seeing that sharing. Then we have text message chat with real-time dialogue bubbles. Like you can, like we have most of the chats from where we can chat with each other, and the chat will be uh, shown to each and every employee in the office who has joined this software. And the the bubbles will be shown at the top of the employee name. Then we have created embedded whiteboards. Embedded whiteboards can help in the meetings. Like we have embedded whiteboards in the conference hall, in the manager's room, where from where we can just generate a link and we can go to the link and we can draw anything, we can type anything, and everybody who is in the meeting can see what is happening on the whiteboards. So this will help us a lot while having a meeting virtually. Then we can create custom and private rooms. Like if anyone like the host wants only few people to join, so we have given a feature for that. We can create a custom room, just mentioning the name of the room. We can add the description over there and we can have a password for it. Whenever an employee joins, he just have to click on the name of the created room, and as soon as he enters the password, he'll get into that. Like you can see in the second picture over here, we have multiple rooms created, and the open rooms will look like this and the locked ones are like this. In this, we need to access it via passwords. Now, what are the technologies which we have used in this? We have the Phaser 3, that is the game engine. And then we have 𝗏𝗏𝘆, which is a WebSocket based server to interact multiple users in a given time. It is a type of real-time experience. Then we have React and Redux for the front-end framework. PRJS we are using for video and screen sharing. Then we have TypeScript and ES6 for both and clients and server sides. Except than this, we also have new technologies like Phantom, Unity, and many more. Even the AWS is also providing us the backend WebSockets. Named the service is known as Gameplay, which allows us to interact with multiple users at a given time. Now I'll be sharing my screen and showing you the POC which we have created. This is the main page on which we land. When we connect to the public lobby, we have the name. We can mention any name over here, and we can simply join. We can connect our webcam. I guess I'm presenting over the Teams, so the multiple webcams are not working. So as we come closer, we can see the employees over here, and we can even interact with each other. We have we have conference halls where we can schedule meetings. We can have multiple users who can join here and can listen to each other. The proximity is just not for the conference halls and for the cabins. Then, as I mentioned, we have the whiteboards. So whenever we click on the whiteboard, we have the links. We can share that link in the chat box, and the user can join this link and can see what is happening on the boards. Then coming next to the screen sharing mode. Like you can see, an employee named Ankit has joined and is sharing the screen. So I can also join and see what he is doing on his system. Like we can see he is just coding. And if we have multiple users, they can even share their screens and we can compare their codes or anything which is needed. Then we have the private rooms of the managers where we can have a private meetings. Even we are giving the managers a privilege from by which a manager when moves to behind the employee seat, he will be able to see the screen of the employee, like what he is working on, just to keep the track of all the employees and even the attendance. I think I'm done with it. Thank you so much. Now, I need, before we get into the discussion, I need a short break. Meanwhile, Minkle has few words to say.
Hello everyone, it's me again. Before we move to question answer round, I would like to take a few minutes of your time to talk about our company MoogleLabs for those who have joined a bit late. MoogleLabs is a brainchild of experienced IT professionals who work towards the digital transformation of their clients' business operation using the latest technology, AI, ML, DevOps, blockchain, data science, and metaverse. Through the webinar, we aim to help others know the power of latest technology. And if you ever need an IT company that supports this technology, we would be happy to help you to decode innovation and improve your business efficiency. Now that's out of my way, Mr. Shrey can take over from here and answer the questions in chat.
Sure, Minkle. Let's wait for 2-3 minutes. Like we haven't got any of the questions in the chat box yet. Let's wait for a few minutes. We have a question in the chat box. Is metaverse real? Yes, in terms of virtual experience, it is kind of real. We can feel and do everything which we are doing nowadays. So I guess metaverse is real. We can create the structures and everything in a real life and can experience just by sitting at our homes. What is the future of metaverse in terms of social media? A nice one. Yeah, we can create we can have social media in terms of metaverse. Like we can create apps in social media which will enhance the user experience. Like we can showcase the news in terms of in metaverse. Like what is happening in the world can be shown in VR glasses and by giving the gestures. Okay, so we have the next one. Do you think banking sector will allow metaverse? How much it is safe? It will be a long process though. I guess the banking sector is a centralized way, but by using the blockchain, we can do it decentralized. So I guess it is the by using blockchain, it will be much safer than using the central banking sector. And coming to it is a long process. I don't guess I don't think so. Like it will be a long process if we create a metaverse using blockchain. How Meta help us to tackle the modern office problem like work from home? Like I just shown you the metaverse, the virtual office POC which I have made. I guess that is the modern office problem like work from home. We can keep an eye on each and every employee, like who is working and who is giving his best. And the managers can keep an eye on their screens, just moving at their back. Is it a boom or curse for next generations? Like in terms of gamings and everything, we are having the adult game also. So in terms of children, it can be a curse, but in terms of technology, it will be a boom. Like we can create the virtual environments, like I just told you in my business ideas. We can have e-commerce platforms, and we can work interact with teachers online. So I hope by giving the security features, we can have it. So it is a boom from my end. How will the metaverse reframe human-centered experience? Human. I think metaverse can reframe human-created centered experiences. Like we can create the avatars at our end. Like we can give the features according to the avatars. Like if I need, I can give avatar a different look, which can be human centered.
If anyone needs presentation, please drop your email in the chat and we will send you it as soon as possible.
We have another question. How can the metaverse help people to better understand the climate crisis? Okay. So in terms of climate crisis, we can, like I already told you, we can predict the climate by using the AI. And nowadays we are having the climate things. So like if we are working from home, we are just saving the fuel and we are not burning any of the fumes. So I guess by working at our homes, we can just get away from the pollution. And in terms of teaching also, the students will be uh, studying from their homes, and that will be that will enhance the environment.
Please drop your email in the chat and we will keep you posted about our more latest events.
If anybody have further questions, they can just ask us in the email, like Minkle mentioned.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.